an exciting one where I will show you a fast watercolor landscape painting. We have live sessions every week. If you are joining for the first time, uh, please subscribe the channel and press the notification bell on the right side. We have sessions every week on different art forms. You will not miss anything if you press the notification and subscribe. And we have sessions on different art form. Today's session is on on landscape painting. I am showing a fast landscape of use by using few colors only. So let's start quickly. Landscape painting is done with the use of watercolor as well as any medium, but as I have already said that watercolors are the basic of making any uh, learning of any medium. So if you want to understand watercolor, understand painting of any medium, then first try out and in fact practice more of the watercolors. It will make your work easy. So let's start. It is a vertical painting. The right side of the painting is light where there is moonlight, and the left side is having greenery. So I am doing a paint on the right side. And there is basically a light tone on the right side. There is blue being used, but the tone is light. It is a daytime where the right side is having mixture of shades. So if you see that I will use color, but the color use will be light. In some areas it will show. So I am just putting color. Just watch the steps and you can try out the work. You are seeing each step, nothing is fast forwarded. So you can do what most people do. They watch the session, after that they try out the work, and then they send their work on email, and then they are guided without any charges. So you have seen I have created a light blue effect which will become, which when it will dry then I will continue with it. Towards the left side there is a forest scene where I am using green. So this area is basically the, and you will see that I have not pasted this painting so that I can show you a close up. On the left side I want to use green, and the green use is I have used a mixture of shade. I will show you just now how do you create the shade. Toward the top there is use of light, and this is the area of the upper part of the forest where the color is light. In between I will leave some areas white. Now first we apply a first tone, and then we will go on to apply the second tone, which will be the dark one. And there are three tones to be used. So everywhere the tone will not be same. You will observe that I am leaving some areas, and the darker areas will be done later on. So towards the right side the tone is light, so the color use will become light on the right. And this is the first layer which I am creating. There is a thick forest area which has different tones. Now the lower side of this forest will have dark tone, so that is this area, and the lowermost side is having bush area, which is shown by using bluish green tone. And you will see that I am moving the brush randomly. Then at the top part I will use dark green here. Now towards the top above this there is a dark area. Now what are the shades and how do you get the shade? I will tell you in a minute. There is a tool which I have created. The tool is very important. It will definitely help you with selecting the shade. And the tool is simple. It is a chart which I have created. You can use that color chart. I have called it color shade chart. You have to just, you will get the link of that shade chart below this video, and it will help you in selecting the shade and creating the desired shade. The color which I am creating is also created with the help of that. Now this is showing that the forest area is big and dark, and there is different shades which I am creating. So we don't paint the shade, the colors with the same tone, because the areas of the painting are different, having varied light. So some areas I have left white and some areas are painted dark. Now this is important to create the shading. There will be shades which I am creating now. They are created by making the first layer, and now I am spreading the color. Towards the right the shade will become light. It is facing the this side, there is more light, so on the right the shading will become light, and the edge of the tree, the branches and the leaves will be shown. Now this white area here I want to create a dark tone. So the forest scene has got a light coming from different areas. Therefore the shade which you apply should also have varied tones. It should not have same tones. It is a vertical painting, so there will be depth and height also. And once this is done, then we will create the effect of the stem of the trees which are passing through the forest. So first we create a background. This is the background of the forest which is created, and then over this Towards the right, you observe that I am using green, but I am using bluish green on the right, toward the right side. So this is showing the detail of the edge of the trees which are on the left side. And you will not paint the whole thing with the same shade. There is alternate shade. Now toward the lower side there is a dark shade. In between I am leaving some areas, that is to show that there is light coming through the trees. We don't paint the whole thing with the same shade. As you will see, I have left some areas light also. And in between, when I will create this is another tone of different leaves. Because the trees are not same in the forest, there are different trees which will have different tone. Now this is the edge and this is the green area which has been created. This will dry and then we will move on to the next part. The alternate tones of watercolor are important to highlight an area. The lighter area which I want to highlight will become prominent when I create a dark tone next to it. Now the area which I have left here, I am putting blue tone to show that there is a blank area through the forest through which the sky is visible. Now on the right side, the area which has been done is enough. Now the trees and the long branches will be painted. The tool which I was showing you about to tell you is this color chart. In this color chart, there are 9 basic colors which I have used. How to use them and what are these colors? They are when described in the video. Watch that video and you will understand how to use these shade charts. So these colors are mixed and we get different tones on the right. So I am using this part of the chart where the numbers are 6, 7, 8 and mixture of 1 plus 6, 1 plus 7, 1 plus 8 to create the desired shade of all these charts. The shades which you are seeing will help you in selecting the colors. You will understand which shade to use and how do you get the shade from that. So you can check out. Now towards the right there is a bush area in the lower side. But before that I will put a shade in the center of the that is the ground of the, so this is basically a light tone which has to be done. In this we will give shade later on, but this area is basically light, and over this we will create effect of shadow. So it is basically a brownish tone, but the shade is light, and in this there is a path which is passing through the jungle. So this will be lighter. You will see that it is looking very light. So I will paint this and wait for it to dry. Till that time I will use the upper part of the painting. This side has dried, so I can put trees here. Now first apply a light tone. This is the upper part of the right area. The lower side will be kept light. Now wait for the color to dry, but I want the color to spread, so I am using it in wet only. Now wait for this to dry till the time the upper area is dried. So in watercolors you have to wait, but I am showing you live, so I will not keep you waiting. We will keep on moving on to the different areas. So this is not a big painting, but still. Now the trees on this side are tall, they have to be painted light. So first I am starting with a light tone. This is a tall tree. Now toward the center, the trees will be thick. but initially you start with light tone. Now the upper part will have, we will leave space and move on to show that there are trees which are passing far away. Now keep the trees which are far away will be shown with very light tone, and toward the right the trees have to be shown with, and we can give detail anytime, but first now here these are the leaf area of the branches. You will not give too much detail, just use a clean brush and just put water and spread it. Towards the top there will be use of blue. And just a touch of blue and water. Now coming to the top of this bush area, just give dark tone and alternate tones.